Khabib and Tony, I know, is far enough out for all this coronavirus stuff to be kind of put on the hold. At least hopefully we think it is. But his dad came out, and I had actually already heard this. I had heard it from some people when we were over in Connecticut. They said, there's a good chance they're probably going to move it to Dubai. And it was a good suggestion by Khabib's dad. There was buzz and talk about it in conversation already as well, that there was a chance of putting it there because they could build the arena. It would be obviously not a lot of people, just all sheiks. They would have, whatever it is, probably every fighter would be tested. The sheiks would take care of everything. Financially, it makes sense if you're going to put together a card, knowing that all, they would fund the fact that all those fighters would be tested, taken care of while they're all over there. I honestly, we were giving everybody a hard time. We were just open the show about the UFC doing their show in Brasilia, but they also didn't test any of the fighters when they were there. They just had them fight. They'll have Nobody. I think they should test them all before they go. And then Dubai, with the financial backing that they have to make sure that all the fighters are tested, it makes sense. It does make sense.
If you want to say this fight is going to happen, like they have been saying, because Dana, he ended up having to cancel. He said, he was saying that the shows are going to go on, and everyone knew that's just really not feasible. And it's, not feasible, even if they, because they were talking about, people need to understand how many people it takes to actually run a fight.
Yep.
And you're talking about 2 doctors, got to have 2 doctors. And you're talking about a representative of the state or the tribal commission or whatever, at least having one of those. And then timekeeper and scorers, and then you have your inspectors that are coming in the cage, and then trainers for the fighters, and then judges and referee and cameramen. When you're talking about cameramen, you got someone with the cameraman that's a cable guy. It's just so many people, and it's hard to get past these numbers. And when they went to 10, you went, there's just no way. Yeah. It's impossible. You can't do it. And so it would really be in a place that says, hey, we can do testing, that we can make sure that nobody that goes in here has this, and we can do it safely. Hats off to them. Do it. Make that fight happen. The coronavirus cannot stop Khabib versus Ferguson.
Yeah,
I love it.
I just think that if you're going to talk about a location and a place to do it that financially has the backing to take care of the athletes, and whether they fight in front, and if you're talking it'll just all be sheiks.
Doesn't matter.
All making sure they're taken care of as well, and all been tested. They can bring in and fly in the best doctors, and they would want to see that fight probably more than anybody because of the backing of Khabib. Islam's on that card as well, and just the fight that's always supposed to have happened. Well, now it's going to happen.
100% agree.